Alright guys, today we're going to react to this video right here, which is posted by Pat McAfee. It's former Cincinnati Bengals Pac-Man Jones talks about when he was paralyzed on the field on two separate occasions. Now obviously we saw Ryan Shazier a couple years ago. He was paralyzed, could not walk because of a injury on the field. And it's one of those things where it's the scariest thing possible, right? You know, we saw with DeMar Hamlin what happened to him this last season. And, you know, injuries are the ugliest thing in the NFL. It's a gladiator sport, and injuries will never go away. But thankfully, we have been able to minimize them as much as humanly possible with, you know, science nowadays, current medical science nowadays. But still the scariest thing possible. Now, I have to go ahead and put up this right here, or else I'll take down my video. So let's go ahead and listen up what Pac-Man has to say.
Oh, shit. And
What'd you do? You submarined into a tackle? That's how it happened?
no, the first time it happened, remember I told you James Harrison hit me. I caught a punt and he hit me on the top of my head.
Oh yeah, in Dallas.
In Dallas. And then the second time it happened, I just barely went up the touchdown. I had just scored a touchdown in Atlanta, and I just went up and barely touched the dude, and I was paralyzed for like 10 minutes. I was like, yo, fuck this.
Damn.
It scared me.
Scared? Hell, yeah, I couldn't
Like
even
the
imagine.
first time, you
family.
know, I was only like, by the time they came out there, I was good. But I was paralyzed for like, I guess, 3-4 minutes. But the second time it happened in Atlanta, I don't think I got my feeling back till I was halfway in the locker room on the stretcher.
Jeez Louise.
That's wild.
So not even
Like, I can't imagine that. And again, keep in mind, he's the whole time, right? He can hear, talk, function, like, you know, everything but his body. This is why I could never be an NFL player, and I will always give respect to NFL players because they do put their body on the line every single game, and any single play can cause this to happen. I mean, this is not a... What's crazy to say this is not a freak accident. This is not a freak event. You know, with the DeMar Hamlin situation, that was a freak event. There was just a random timing where it was a perfect timing where he hit him right here, and it caused the whole problem to happen. This happens not all the time when players are paralyzed. Well, actually, I don't know, because this is Pac-Man Jones coming out and saying this. This probably does happen all the time, in all honesty, because we see it all the time as fans. You watch a football game, how many times do you see a player get hurt, they're on the field, they're not moving, right? They go to commercial, they come back, and then they're on a stretcher leaving. We have seen that countless times, and it's very possible in this same situation, exactly what happened here, that, you know, maybe they're paralyzed for a short amount of time. As he says, with the first hit, James Harrison hit him on the back of the head. That was a 3 to 4 minutes he was paralyzed for. The second hit, where he didn't even hit anyone, he just goes, touches the guy, that was up to 10 minutes that he could not control his body. That is... I don't even know what to say. That is just, again, we play a gladiator sport, so that's just a part of the sport of, you know, smash mouth football, smashing players. Obviously, yes, players get hit in the head. That's why they've been so amped about, you know, pushing the rules forward so much that, you know, we can't have this happen anymore. We can't have players getting hit in the head anymore, because obviously CTE, obviously concussions, you know, I mean, you get hit in the wrong place of the head and it's over, right? So let's go ahead and listen up to the rest of this, and he has some more things to say.
a thumbs up thing off.
No, it wasn't no thumbs up. And it was like a barely touch, too. Like, I had been hitting the shit out of people the whole game, and it was on never forget to play, a 2 jam, and I just barely went up and touched him. He didn't even hit me, and I'm...
Down. Are you still conscious?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's even scarier.
Oh, no. Hey, help. I can't move. Hey, happy you're okay.
That boy, Pac.
Happy you're okay. Look at this. We got a couple.
That is the scariest thing possible, I would say. In my opinion, like, obviously, yes, being paralyzed, don't get me wrong, I have never been paralyzed. I cannot speak on the experience. I have no right to speak on that experience. But I will say, though, in my brain, right, that's the scariest thing to me, is being paralyzed and not being able to move, but you literally are conscious in every other way possible. Again, and, you know, he actually, in this whole video, what he's alluding to is he had the same surgery Peyton Manning had. And both times that he had that surgery, he came back and played. Even though he had to go through crazy rehabs, he came back and played. And that does show how much these NFL players, they do love the game. And, not only putting their body on the line, yes, they get paid millions of dollars, I know, but not only putting their bodies on the line, they'll also, of course, they're coming back from injuries that could hinder them for the rest of their lives. And that second one, that's the scariest thing. I will definitely say that right now, that the second injury where he ended up getting, he barely touched the guy and he gets paralyzed for the longer amount of time, that's the non-contact injuries that is just like, listen, at the end of the day, if you get hit in the head, you get hit somewhere, and you get hurt, it makes sense, right? You can put logic together, okay? This happened, this happened, this happened. Because of this happening, this happened, right? Logic. When it's non-contact, where a player tears their ACL, gets a concussion, or not using concussion, but they get something wrong with them, get an injury without any contact, that's the scariest thing possible, because that just goes to show this could happen at any time, right? And obviously, yes, injuries from the past or hits from the past, build up, and they cause these random freak events. But you look back to the Damar Hamlin situation, and it's kind of a little bit of what, Pac-Man had with the second one, where he didn't touch anybody, where it's just a freak accident where randomly, bam, down the field, cannot move. For 10 minutes, that's... Oh my gosh. At least, it's like a mixed bag here. Like, part of me is like, at least he can talk, so he can tell the doctors, like, hey, listen, I'm okay. Because a lot of times some of those players go unconscious when they are down the field too. So it's like they don't even understand, like, they can't talk to the person and be like, hey, you okay? What's going on? They go through a whole entire set of tests, right? They can't do that if the person's unconscious. But when the person is literally paralyzed, at least he can tell, hey, listen, I'm paralyzed, or I can't move my body. And then, and again, like I said, shout out to Pac-Man for having the, kind of chill, relax tune going into the locker room, because I think most people would be freaking out. Because you don't know, again, the first time it happened, it said 4 minutes. Second time, 10 minutes. So you got to think in your head, like, you don't know when you're going to get this stuff back. Like, when you're going to not be paralyzed anymore. So, wow. Definitely scariest thing ever. Again, because NFL injuries, they're all awful, don't get me wrong. ACL tears, MCL tears, PCL tears, whatever, right? All of them. Shoulder. But 99% of injuries, I would say, can heal themselves, right? You will eventually get better. Now, will you have problems down the line in the future? It's possible, right? But at the end of the day, you can at least recover from them. The 0.01% is death and obviously being paralyzed. Those are the two things. You're either paralyzed for life. Oh, sorry, three things. Paralyzed for life, CTE, and death. Now, tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.